Hi there, today you are going to join Jocelyn and me as we go to Lucky Dog Thrift, and then you're going to just come along with me as I go to a couple of Goodwills I haven't been to in a while. We hadn't been here in a while, and I was pleased that the first thing that I found was this hanging vase or hanging wall pocket with a geisha on it. And I know that trains are collectible, but the thing that changed my mind on here were the monogrammed initials on the plate. This was painted in 1967. It was very nicely done, but I decided against it because it was personalized. I decided to get this though. This was made in Taiwan. It's so pretty with the gold and blue or silver and blue glass inside the angel. Right off the bat, I realized I was winning with this fancy pair of praying hands. And they were amongst some Christmas items. There was this really long-legged and long-armed Santa Claus. It might have been made in Japan, but what really grabbed my attention was the single Santa pepper shaker or salt shaker, and his cork is still inside, and I thought it was adorable. I thought this was adorable as well, this angel with the red hair. Look at that face. So cute. Could have been a tree topper. And I like this little Santa boot. It has no chips or cracks, and it's a nice little size. They did have some stitchery kits. This was a neat one. This one spelled out Hanukkah. And I looked to see if they had any other stitchery kits because I do like picking them up, especially vintage ones. So I seen what else they had and went back to the Hanukkah one. If it had been before Hanukkah, I probably would have picked it up, but I did not. Unfortunately, this cat had a repair to it. That's chalkware. And then I wanted to show you the other little kitty cat. They break so easily. You have to be so delicate with them. And I believe this is a hair receiver. And it had a mark on the inside. Usually you don't see the marks on the inside, the maker's marks. So that was interesting to see. And then they had another one right there. They were probably celluloid, very, very delicate plastic. And then I thought this was cool. They had a 1928 calendar. Look at that. It's amazing it's lasted this long, isn't it? These were really neat, and I do a terrible job of putting them in the camera frame, but they were plastic silver angels. I thought those were really cute. They would be cute as a display. You don't necessarily have to plug them in. Here was Kenny's bat, and here was an Easter basket. They had really straightened up this back room and added new lighting to it, so it was really pleasurable to walk around the little back room at Lucky Dog. And they had some buyer's choice cats. Unfortunately, these were chipped. These are kind of in the same category as chalkware. You have to be real careful with them because they just chip very easily. They could probably be touched up with some paint. So look at the shelves. Those shelves are so nice and neat. It's so nice. And they had a little display of Santa Clauses. This one that I'm not showing you, there we go. That one reminded me of the vintage Santa Claus that I found at the auction. So if you were in the market or are in the market and you live close by and need some vintage Santa decorations, I recommend Lucky Dog Thrift in New Holland. You do have to hunt around. You do have to look to see what's in behind and in the corners, but you can usually walk away with some really great treasures here. This is going to look familiar to you if you see Jocelyn's video. I picked this up. I thought this was funny, and she ended up buying it. I think it says "You Need Us," or it's something for Easter, like you can't have Easter without us. I thought that was interesting. They also had some buyer's choice carolers. I do have some of these that my mom has bought for me. These were older, but they had a lot of age to them, so I decided not to pick those up. And then I was just showing you the shelf here, how they had it nicely displayed with some light colored items, the blues, I thought they were neat, and I thought this doll was sweet. This is also in the back room. They've added new lighting, so it's not as dark. I thought this was cute. Look at that little vintage outfit. I was trying to see if she had a tag. She was attached to the box, so I couldn't really see what the brand was on her. And they always have little figurines back here. This is near, they usually have some Halloween stuff or some fall harvest things. They had that neat comical scarecrow paper mache decoration, and this looked neat, but it looked very new. The age on the bottom wasn't, you didn't think that it was like 50s, 60s, 70s. It could have been more 80s, 90s, but I thought that was pretty. And this, I have found one of these at Goodwill one time, and it was a Yadro. This one was not marked. And then I couldn't resist. I'm going to lot this puzzle with the other two vintage puzzles that you've seen me pick up, as long as I make sure all the pieces are there. That's adorable. She's just like, here are my flowers.
Creepy uncle.
Hi. Come sit on my lap. He looks like he's been in eggnog.
He just has an eye on the bottom. He kind of reminds me of the trolls.
He's like Jocelyn made me get this basket. Now I'm going to make her get this sweater dress. It's only fair. Now we are upstairs, and I loved this book growing up. It's a great story. Highly recommended. The Five Little Peppers and How They Grew. So that was a nice little trip down memory lane. And this booth is located against the back wall upstairs at Lucky Dog. And I really like this booth. They always have a nice variety of vintage items. So I was seeing what has been added since the last time we were here. And there were some really cute things, some quirky things. Here was a Murano clown figurine and a little owl vase. And this was really cool. This was a Venice mask of Pinocchio. I thought that was really neat. This was cute, little puppy dog. This is one of those English made in England face things that you put on the wall. His nose was chipped though. Still trying to squeeze in the Christmas stuff, even though Christmas is fast approaching. So I'm not looking too much at Christmas anymore, but it's hard to resist, especially this time of year since we are so close to Christmas. This was a pretty swan. At first I thought they were flamingos, but they were swan candle holders. And I forgot to record, but I did pick up a 13-piece Mexico pottery nativity here. It is day 4.
This one has Bear on it, who I think is just about a skeleton, but his feet always throws me off, so I'm not sure.
He might be a skeleton.
He might be a skeleton, but he has like monster feet. I think those are monster feet, so I'm not sure what he is. He is a trick-or-treater, so he is, but I'm not really sure what he dressed up as. His friends I can tell easily. Sounds really thick. Oh, well, it's actually really thick.
Yeah, it was thick. I think it's an ornament.
That actually hurts. Come on.
Oh, it's a pad of paper.
Oh, it's a pad of paper. Look, it has
who's on there? Is that Lock, Stock, and Barrel?
Lock, Jock, and Barrel. She said stock. It's a jock.
Okay, Lock,
Jock, and Barrel.
Lock,
I know.
Jock, and
I
Barrel.
know. Barrel's that one.
That's very cute. Are they like sticky notes?
I think they are sticky notes. It has all
Nice.
And it has Never for Christmas. Lock, Jock, and Barrel on it. Not Lock, Stock, and Barrel.
Today was an easy peasy, I'm hoping an easy peasy one, because it is English breakfast tea. So I have my cup and saucer here. Jenny's laughing at me. Delicious. I am drinking all of these without any sugar or lemon or cream or milk or anything. So it's straight. So it is a little bit strong. So I'm trying to get like the authentic straight taste of it all. But I really like this. I kind of like stronger tasting teas. Charlie approves. He's barking outside. My husband also pointed out to me, it's teas. It's not going to be controversial or craziness because it's tea, and tea is supposed to be calming and soothing and lovely. And I like this one. So this is a great one. So what were we at? Okay, fine. I like this one. Okay.
All dogs approve.
I approve. Oh yeah, the dogs approve. So also Jenny and I, we forgot to share, this is a tradition in our family. We read the Advent story book. I'm seeing it. There you go. Advent story book. And we always forget the first couple days.
Like the fourth day.
Yeah, Jenny's telling on me. So yesterday we had to get caught up, but that's okay. So what it is, it's the story of Little Bear and his mom, and she tells a story for each night of the Advent. And it's a beautiful story. We've been reading it since she was in the 3rd grade. It has really pretty pictures. So I highly recommend it if this is something that your family would be interested in. So I will see you next time for day 5 of the Advent teas. But first we are going to go to Goodwill. This is a Goodwill I hadn't been to in a while, and I was pleasantly surprised with what I found. I decided to keep these vintage patio lights for now. I will show them later how I displayed them. And they had a good selection of Christmas items. This was funny because everyone is peeking in the house. Look, watch. Even the little skunk is peeking inside the house. The snowmen are peeking inside the house. I thought that was pretty funny. It was neat because if you lit it up, the windows probably glowed a nice color to it. And this reminded me of my childhood growing up near San Francisco. I thought this was really nicely done. Beautiful painting. I thought this was cute. Handmade reindeer. Given some judgy looks there. Still cute though. And look what we found. We, the royal we. The Westmoreland shade to a fairy lamp. I did not find a base though. And then I thought, what? I'm getting this. I like the blue. I didn't even know who made it. I was like, maybe Westmoreland, maybe Indiana Glass. But then look, this is why they had it in a bag. Look at that. Aw, so sad and dangerous. So I decided against that basket. There was Jesus and a whole bunch of St. Jude trinket boxes. Triscuits, maybe I'm hungry. There was this trinket dish too. This was pretty. This was a cute little vintage angel. There was just one of them. And this pink thing, oh, it was a monkey. He's just hanging out. I looked these up and they had these for $3 a piece. And right now they are selling for about 10 or 12. So I did leave those behind. And I thought this was an interesting mug. To me, it looked Portugal or Italy. And here was some wallpaper. And this was really neat. This was $1.99, and it was very tall. I did not see a marking on the bottom of it, but it had a really nice image on both sides of it. If it wasn't so tall, maybe I would have thought more about it, but that was a nice decoration piece. This I picked up because you got all of these. It said set of 12. There's only 11. But for $4.99, yes, I did. And then look at this. I found this really super duper realistic looking tiger. And I looked up the sold comps for that brand, and they do sell well. So that tiger came along with me. And then I picked up a bed for my bulldog Indy, and she has not left it since I brought it home. And I was winning again, but I was winning by myself. And I was hoping these were glassy babies. I knew they weren't, but I was seeing who or what, if this was marked, this is probably most likely made in Japan, a lusterware covered sugar bowl. And showing you the shelves. This was the blue section. And they had this vintage doll. I am going to guess that this is from Korea. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But the outfit reminds me of a Korean outfit. I thought this was really cute. It's a red pig picture. Be cute farmhouse decor or display. And look, they're following me again. Here is a plastic canvas tissue box cover, but this one was in apples. And I thought this outside design was neat, so I picked it up to see what it was. It was contemporary. I thought those were glass, but they were plastic. They were tops to bunnies. And I thought this piece was pretty. It was a rather large bowl. So I left that there. And these are really neat. These are little lap trays. There's 4 of them, and they're in really good condition. I was kind of taking a risk because I couldn't take them apart. Well, I could have taken them apart and looked to see if they were scratched up, but they are all in pretty good vintage condition. And I think it's a nice, cheery image. This was a cute little poodle. I went back and forth about getting this. It was not marked, but the face was scratched up. This is probably a Stone Critter brand. It is adorable, so let's just see how cute it was. This was kind of interesting here. I think this was a hobbyist piece, but the eyes, I don't think it had a mark on it, but the eyes were just really intense there. I thought this might be Juanita ware, but I did not see a marking on it. Juanita ware usually has that brown and cream swirl to it. And I think this was a vintage hobbyist piece. It had been repaired, so someone loved it at one time. Trying to show you the shelves again. There's the brown section and the orange and red section. Quite a bit of things. This was a really pretty bell. It still had the original sticker, made in Japan, so that's always exciting when you find something with the original bell or the original label on it. And I thought these mugs were pretty. There were 2 of them, but even though I try to stay away from mugs, sometimes I like them, but I did leave those there. And then this was an interesting glowing Santa candle in the original box. And these 2 were taped together. That was a marriage. They did not go together. And then I found this piece. This is Indiana glass. This is the lotus blossom, I believe I am correct. And it's a really neat green iridescent color. In the toy section, they had a little collection of dolls that had hand crocheted outfits. There was this little collection of tiny dolls. Very sweet. I found another one, so I decided to group them all together. There was this really fancy shade for a nightlight. That surprised me that it was for a nightlight. I bet that looks pretty when it is glowing. And then at the very last section here, I found a whole bunch of fun fur. And when I first started learning how to knit a million years ago, I got fun fur and made a gajillion fun fur scarves. So I hope you enjoyed this trip to this Goodwill. And now we're on to the Advent calendar. I'm dreading this one. We got this here. My mom drinks this kind of tea, this matcha green tea, the finest green tea and matcha blended to be supremely smooth. I do not like this. I would rather it be rose. Here is a cup to make you feel supreme. Organic matcha and tea, the purest green. Oh gosh. Oh, and I'm wearing green. It's great if you like matcha tea. I don't like it.
Today is number 5 with the black cat in a box. This, if you remember, if you ever watched the movie, the clown puts it in and it has its little face on it.
Oh, okay.
If you know, for like little, I guess, I'm not sure if it's called a Easter egg or what, I don't know.
Oh, okay, so that would be like Easter.
Yeah,
okay.
Because it's a clown.
All right.
Let's see.
Oh, there's stickers.
Oh, these stickers.
Oh, no, they're ornaments.
Oh, no, wait, I'm just checking.
Yep.
We have Sally with the flower from Night Before Christmas, but I kind of forget what it was called. And we have Santa Jack.
Are they on the... Oh, on the both sides.
They're double-sided.
That's really cute.
Oh, that's adorable.
Jenny remembered the name of the plant. What is it?
Deadly Nightshade.
There you go.
I think.
We're going to say it is.
I'm going to say that because it looks closest to it. They're adorable.
I decided to hang the patio lights on our mantle. Here is the nativity that you didn't see me pick up. And here are the rest of the items that I purchased on these little shopping trips. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see ya.